Why did Zlatan even say his rapper is a designer? And who the heck is Solo Makinde? And why is it telling us to leave talks for, Solo Makinde in this song? Now, if you have been vibing to, Happy Day by Zlatan, and you're curious to actually know what he's trying to say with this, his lyrics, especially with all those Yoruba slangs and the likes, right? You're on the right channel because in this video, I'm breaking down this song line by line to actually help us understand what these verses in this song could possibly mean. And if this award interests you, then come closer. This is Chop Lyrics to basically break down lyrical analysis on this channel. Now, if you're interested in stuff like this, I want you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and without wasting much of your time, come with me and let's chop lyrics.
Them they wonder.
Now, Zlatan is starting off this song by, mocking people, who are kind of like surprised by his success, right? Basically saying that haters are confused. Check out this next line.
Everything not boy, I choose this of life.
Now, this one basically, Zlatan is saying that I know they stress myself, right? I basically just want to enjoy this life. And if you're in Nigeria, I know that soft life is equal to enjoyment, right? Now, check out this next one. Now, this line basically translates to my wealth is from God, right? And of course, it also translates to my wealth is also from coded also, and I'll explain. Now, Lola Olong kind of like translates to our blessings from God, right? And Satiramoni on the other hand kind of like translates to same thing, but if you should bring it back to a street level, right? It uses it to, reference that, street big boy or street level big money kind of vibe, right? Basically, it's just saying that whether it's with God or with the streets, that it does not like, it does not lack money, right? Now, this one is deep Yoruba wisdom. Basically saying, may my life not be, an example that others used to, kind of like learn the lesson, right? So in simple sense, basically saying I don't want to suffer for others to, learn a lesson or, gain sense, right? Just like saying, look at that boy, when he did this happened to him. It's just like saying he does not want to be an example that they will use to say, okay, learn a lesson from this, learn a lesson from that, especially when it's a bad lesson, right? So you get that. But check out this next line. Now, Bedu and Timba, right? Bedu actually kind of like translates to a beat, right? Or a vibe, right? Or when you said Bedu Timba, if you're familiar with Timbaland, you know that when anybody puts on Timbaland, right? It's very loudy, right? That you know that this person, unlike someone putting on Timbaland and someone putting on just a bare slippers, who would you notice first, right? Obviously, the person with Timbaland. So when he uses Bedu and Timbaland, it's basically saying that he's feeling the beat in his body, right? And he's catching the vibe on 100.
Oh my Lord, waiting I could do with all this plenty money.
Now, this one, Zlatan is kind of like flexing in a funny way, and I'll tell you why. More like saying, I have too much money, what is left, right? This one is just pure sarcasm, and it's basically showing off with, obviously, humor. Now, let's check out the chorus briefly. Look at this. This chorus is basically simple and clear, and it's basically in a celebration mood here, right? No sad vibe, no long story, just shorts, music, and dancing. Now, the question earlier, who is Solo Makinde, right? Makinde is kind of like a Nigerian slang for someone who kind of like talks too much or kind of like brings unnecessary drama, right? So basically, Zlatan with this song is sending a message to someone, quoting that Solo Makinde, and if you know what it is, let me know in the comment section. But basically, he's saying that I beg, no come here, and with that long talk kind of vibes, right? It's basically saying we are yet to just flex and not just to cha and stuff like that, right? So I guess it's Zlatan's new motto of basically saying no stress or no long talk, just only good vibes, right? But check out this next line. And before we go further, please, if you're liking this video and you're enjoying the breakdown, please like the video. It helps this channel, and help us to continue making lyrical breaks down like this one in the future, right? So Let's chop on.
I can't stop, I stand up.
Now, with this line, it's basically saying that he's motivated, he's not falling off anytime soon. More like saying, I'm a steady guy, I don't shake off, right? Now, check out this next one.
C-class, don't be Brabus.
Now, let's talk about cars for a moment. When it said C-class, it's basically, this is kind of like the basic entry for Benz, right? I guess the ones, all this, you get the point, but basically it's just a grade of Benz, more like for the entry level, kind of like still on the affordable side, right? Then when it said Brabus, right? Brabus is basically like the premium kind of cars, right? More like a customized categories of Benz, right? They're still in the Benz category, but there's a class in between them, and that's the C class, which is for the the early entry, and then the Brabus instead, which is for the premium base. So basically, Zlatan is saying that don't confuse flex with premium lifestyle, right? I'm driving the big boy stuff, and to me, I feel this line is more like tricky, low-key shade, so fake ballers. Let me know what you think. And of course, chopping on, we have this part.
If you don't time, they to catch up.
Now, this one is a kind of also a little bit direct, more like it's saying that if you are still slacking, wake up, and there is still time, right? More like this is just a positive message to whoever is listening to this song. Just hear it and hear it to us. That is saying, don't give up. Also, they wait you, right?
Never thought to talk within a one job.
Now, this one is kind of like a little bit tricky. I feel Zlatan is like talking to, fake ballers, or let me say broke talkers rather. More like saying all your talks they don't bring food to my table. So, kind of like chill, right? More like saying there's no contribution, just noise, and it's fed up with, empty mouths and stuff like that, right? So chopping on, we have this part. Now, this one sounds a little bit funny, but it's kind of also coded, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, Soboloyonke kind of like sounds a little bit familiar because I've heard it before. It's more like used with Yoruba kind of people. I'm sure deep-rooted Yoruba might know what it kind of like means, but if you know what it means, kind of link in the comment section. But to me, I feel that it's just a gibberish or mocking noise, right? Then when it said kill offense, so it's more like saying what are they even saying, right? And when it said this part, it's basically saying that who do you even want to compete with, right? Basically with this lens, Zlatan is just brushing up haters, more like saying who are this oneself? I don't have time to compete or even compare myself with them. You get the point? Now this one is full confidence in his own lane. But check out this next line. Now, this one is under slang or word I'm familiar with, but I will want you to actually tell me what you think in the comment section, what you think this one means. But the way I'm saying it, it feels like this Zlatan kind of like cruise, or maybe it's just a rhythm that just gave this song a little bit of flow, right? Probably no meaning, just bounce and just dance to it, right? But check out this next line. Now, this one is classic Yoruba saying, more like saying that you want to eat with the elders, right? But you don't want to wash your hand, right? This is just the basic translation, but what it could possibly mean in this song is basically Zlatan saying that if you want to enjoy luxury, but you are not ready to grind or show respect, and that is like a no-go area, right? Now check out this next line. Now this means that he's behaving crazy like someone who just smoked weed, right? He's describing a wild enjoyment. Zlatan is out of control, but obviously in a fun way. Then we have this part. Now, if you know techno, you will know him for his red kind of dancing, especially in his music videos, right? So basically it's just in like dance like, techno, just way dancing. But now if you've listened to that song or watched the video rather, so it's more like just lose your waist, free your mind, and just have that happy vibe, right? Now check out this next line. Now this one is funny, right? Because Zlatan is basically saying that girls are always, disturbing him, right? And they want catfish pepper soup too. But basically it's not really referring to catfish pepper soup in this sense. But when he says girls are disturbing him, it's basically also saying that they are not here for, free love. They also want soft things like, food, cars, vibes. And I'm sure you get the point, right? Now check out this next line. Now with this line, Zlatan is basically saying money does not last forever, right? So you got to break and, you have to spend it wisely, right? So basically Zlatan is flexing, but also wanting you to use your common sense, right? Now check out this next line. Now this one is Ninja Street Anthem. Just like saying, I can't come and kill myself, that kind of vibe. So it's basically saying life is hard, but there's no need to, die over it, right? So you get the point. Now check out this next line.
I just collect salary.
Now this one is him saying, oh yeah, money don't enter and it's time to, let that vibe out, This one is activating the full vibe with this line, right?
Okay, let me design it.
Now, this one is a full flex from, Zlatan, and this one is my favorite line because it's saying that I know they, dress well. Or it's basically saying I don't just dress well, right? But I dress luxury even in, native wear. So even his native wear is luxury. Now, this part here, I just say God when. So, this one is ultimate soft life flex, right? If you ask me, right? And there we have it. So now, what's Zlatan basically teaching us with this is song, right? So I feel Zlatan is saying that you should enjoy life, but also chop it with sense, right? That's lesson one. And lesson two, I feel it's also saying that it's not every noise that you respond to, right? Or you reply, right? So I'm sure this one kind of like sounds a little bit familiar, especially with the recent happenings, right? So then number three, I think that and also with this song is saying that if you must flex, do it with Brabus and not the C class, right? So if you must drive Benz, drive luxury, don't drive the early entry kind of vibe. This one is crazy, right? So, but if you love this breakdown and you want to see future lyrical analysis like this one, like the video. Remember, if you have not subscribed, just click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification, and tell me in the comment section what is your favorite line, right? And what does this story for Makinde mean to you, right? I want you to tell me your meaning. And cause me, I think it means any stress, throw it away. Today we celebrate and we leave stress for who has time for stress. You get the point, but this has been Chop Lyric. So there we have it, and I'll see you in the next one.